This is COM 110, Western New Mexico University. My name is Michelle Avanchan, and this is my audience for our informational speech. So I'd like you to imagine that you wake up one morning and you don't know where you are, you don't know how you got there, the faces around you are unfamiliar, they seem to know you, but you don't seem to know them. Everything around you is makes you feel like you are lost. You don't know where you are. You don't know how you got there. You're terrified. Now, this sounds like the beginning of a movie, and I've seen several movies with this type of theme, but actually what we're talking about is dementia. Dementia is something that makes people feel lost. It's terrifying because no matter what you do or what you're exposed to, you're unable to remember your own past. It steals your life. It takes away your family. It takes away your education. It takes away your cognitive abilities. And it's a very serious organic disease. So, according to the National Institutes of Health website, dementia is the loss of cognitive functioning, thinking, remembering, and reasoning, and behavioral abilities to such an extent that it interferes with personal daily life and activities. Okay, and I just want to explain that dementia is really multifaceted. There are many conditions that cause dementia, including Alzheimer's, vascular disease, Lewy body, frontotemporal. There are other things that could cause dementia-like conditions, like a head injury, a brain tumor. But the difference between dementia and a non-dementia type of diagnosis is this. If you were to lose your keys, that would be something that would be considered just forgetful. But if you had your keys and didn't know what to do with them, that's dementia. The Mayo Clinic website cautions that some of the non-dementia medical conditions, as we just spoke of, mimic that. But remember, dementia is progressive, it's going to get worse. And there are so many cases of dementia in America that the likelihood of you meeting or knowing someone or having a family member develop dementia is very, very high. And so we wanted to kind of talk about some of the different things that we can do to make your life easier as a caregiver or a family member, as well as theirs. So what I have here is a picture of a normal brain and an Alzheimer's brain. Okay, I got this from the Alzheimer's website. An estimated 5.7 million Americans right now have Alzheimer's. The next highest condition of dementia is actually Parkinson's. And according to the Parkinson's Foundation website, 60,000 Americans currently have Parkinson's. They're very, very similar conditions, but the actual location of the brain damage is what makes it different. So one of the things that I have noticed as being a professional caregiver is that sometimes folks feel like the person with dementia is being manipulative or being dramatic or acting out in a way that's inappropriate. I really want to stress the fact that, you know what, that is not the case. Dementia is organic, it is physical, it cannot be helped, it cannot be treated, and it cannot be cured. So please remember that dementia is never a choice. So what can we do for our folks with dementia? Well, what they need most is routine. They need to not have too much stimulus. Lights, activity, sound drives them crazy and actually exacerbates the upset. So what the folks with dementia really need is peace. Okay, so another thing that it has been an age-old controversy as to whether to reorient the person or to just pacify them. You know, years ago, people said to reorient them, to tell them, you know, you're here, you're this, you're that, you know, and reoriented them to where they are. But research is starting to show that that is not the case. Actually, pacification is better. For example, I knew a lady whose husband had passed away, but her short-term memory was destroyed, so therefore, she did not know that he had passed away. And every time her family, she would bring him up, her family would remind her that he had died. So she had to go through his death over and over and over again, like it was new information, and that was terrible for her. So to just go ahead and pacify her is okay. To go ahead and tell her, you know what? I don't know. He's usually, if he's not at work, he's usually in the garden, and let it go at that. One thing you can do for folks with Alzheimer's, or excuse me, dementia, is to make simple signs, okay, but keep it simple so that they know where they are and they are oriented. Excuse me. Another thing to do is to use photographs of family, excuse me, or places that were familiar to them long ago. Music is a great way to keep people with dementia calm. Scheduling is extremely important so that they do the same thing at the same time every day. So the mentalhealthhelp.net has reinforced the fact that what we need to do with our folks with dementia is that we need to, excuse me, we need to just offer them reassurance that we're there for them, that we will take care of if they're concerned about things, we will take care of whatever it is that they needed taken care of, and that they're going to be okay because they're lost and they don't know where they are. So I hope you learned a few tips today about what to do around someone who has dementia. Thank you.